Hey, what is up guys? It's Stan here back with another video. So in this one, we're gonna be taking a look at the Peak Design travel tripod in the aluminum version that I've got right here. We'll do an unboxing and we'll take a first look at it. And I'll tell you why I ended up getting this tripod as my next tripod over all the competitors. So let's get into it. So Peak Design has been around for a handful of years now, and they have launched a handful of products, usually on Kickstarter. And about last year, sometime mid last year, the Peak Design travel tripod hit Kickstarter, and I think it was funded all the way back late last year. This, however, this was the actual production version of this tripod that I purchased with my own money, so this video isn't sponsored at all or whatever. So if you want it, you can go ahead and purchase it from their website or Amazon or wherever you like to purchase tripods. I'll make sure to link in the description down below for your convenience. Now, the box itself, this box is a very nice box. Clearly they spent a couple dollars or quite some time and money on designing and producing the box. Inside the box here, you get a really nice sleeve for the tripod. Now, this sleeve right here feels kind of like the material that they use for their backpacks. So I don't know if it's like a nylon or whatever material, but it's certainly going to be lasting a long time. And you have a little strap right here to hold the tripod, and inside, of course, once you get it open, here is the tripod. And as you can see, there it is. And the first thing you'll notice about this tripod is that it is slim. Now, of course, the reason why you buy the Peak Design travel tripod is because of the compact nature of this tripod. I've got a Manfrotto tripod, which my C200 is currently sitting on. And once you collapse it down and all the rubberized grips and everything, all the locking mechanisms, and especially the feet segment locks on that tripod, it's very bulky and it's impossible to get it into a backpack because it always catches on the opening of the backpack because of all the locks and whatnot. This right here, however, is smooth and it just slides. I mean, heck, you saw it came out of this sleeve right here. So it's really compact, and that's one of the main reasons why I really liked the design of this tripod. Now, this tripod again is the aluminum version. It's actually surprised me a little bit how heavy it is. All of the promotional materials show the carbon fiber tripod, and that thing looks like it's just extremely light. And they don't really feature much of the aluminum version. This aluminum version is 1.56 kilograms or 3.44 pounds. So it's not feather light, but it's decently light. And I guess it was just a perception thing. This guy has a little bit of heft to it. Like if you got hit with the head over the head with this thing, you'd be going to the hospital. So the main reason why I actually ended up picking up a second tripod is because I've got the Canon R5 on the way. That's coming up later this month. And I also picked up a Edelkrone Jip 1 that's going to be sitting on top of this tripod. I've got the C200 on the Manfrotto tripod, so that's not going anywhere, but I needed a second tripod, and with this attachment here, I can have all of that set up in the studio ready to go. And since I've already got a heavy-duty tripod, I wanted something lighter and more compact for when I go on travels and whatever. So that's why I just wanted something completely different from what I already have. But yeah, so that said, let's take a look at the rest of this tripod. The feet opens up really smoothly. I think one thing I noticed right here just now is when you open it up, the opening feeling is kind of dampened. So I feel like the joints are dampened in some way. So it's got like a heavy, thick rubber feel to it. It's kind of nice. As it stands like this, there's a few features to note. You have a ball head at the very top. That was another one of the main selling points of this tripod, is the integrated ball head. So a lot of tripods is just, you got a little tripod and that's it. This, however, has the ball head integrated in already, and you have a little knob here that tightens, and once you've tightened it, you can just push it back in. Now with the ball head out, you have a locking ring that you can tighten or loosen, and with it loosened, you can spin it around. And the spinning around, I've seen a couple other YouTubers complain about it only being able to go 90 degrees one way, and it can't go 90 degrees the other way because of the way the bottom is designed. From what I can tell, the integrated fluid heads, or these, I don't know if you could call it a fluid head, but the ball heads on a lot of these tripods are designed very similarly. So you can't knock this tripod without knocking all the other tripods out there. So the fact that it has this is a pretty big plus in my opinion already. To lock it into position, just spin this dial until it locks, and then it's not going to move anymore. So the other feature I've got right here is the locking plate. And to unlock, or to take out the quick release plate, you got to first unlock it, and that allows you to push the button down. And with pushing the button down, this comes out. This right here is the key, or is the plate that attaches to the bottom of your camera, and it's attached using an Allen key. And while some people say, well, shoot, I don't like using Allen keys, why don't you have a D handle, a D ring, or whatever? Peak Design includes this little tool, and this little nifty little tool right here. And this tool is just a two-sized Allen key that allows you to adjust the Allen key screws here and on a couple places here on the tripod. And it tucks away really nicely in the little holder right here. And since they include the key and it's always on your tripod, I don't see the problem with having a Allen key attachment point to your camera, or to the tripod and the camera. So with that said here, all right, the way this works is, if you can see here, you slots right in, you push down and it locks right in, and there is a locking ring that we lock it so that you can't push it down on this button anymore. To open it up, you unlock it and then you push it, and then this can come out as well. Now there is different types of mechanisms or attaching points that this is also compatible with. Additional accessories can be purchased on their website. Also included on this tripod right here is this picture instruction manual. Make sure to take a look at it, and it shows you all the functions of this tripod. Now at the very bottom of this tripod right here, you can see there's a hook. The way that this works is, you can have a backpack or whatever and just hang it from the hook to give it more stability. As you put more weight on it, it's going to be more stable in the wind, for example. But there's also another hidden feature here. To use this hook here, you can pull down and twist, and this hook comes out. And what this reveals is the camera clamp, if you will. All of us have cameras here, and you know what they say, the best camera you have is the one that you have with you. So we all have cameras, and this right here is a little camera clamp for this tripod. So the way this thing works is you can clamp it in like so, and you can extend it to have a camera tripod wherever you go, just by having a little hidden compartment, a little hidden clamp in the bottom of this tripod. So that's kind of cool. To store it back in, all you need to do is just to slide it back in, and as you can see here, it's magnetically loaded and just kind of just springs back in, and it won't go anywhere. To put the hook back in, it'll stick by itself to the magnet, and all you need to do is give the locking mechanism a little pull down. Little pull down, as you can see here. And with it pulled down, you can push it back in and it'll lock into place, just like that. So it's the locking mechanism is pretty nice, it's pretty tight, it's not gonna be going anywhere. So that's really good. One last thing to talk about is with this hook out, this allows you to take the entire contraption out right here. And with this out, you can actually go into low mode, which all you need to do is to push down on these pins right here, or on these ratchets or locks, push down, whoops, push down on the leg to enable it to open up, then pull it out. Very similar to a lot of other tripods. Now this mode gives you a very, very low angle, and you have this long stock here, and you know it's not gonna be able to go all the way down. And if you focus, if the camera will focus here, you'll see that there's actually a segmentation break right here. All you need to do to remove these two pieces is to go into here. There is a screw hole at the very top, and you just unscrew it from here, and this will break into two pieces. And essentially what you get is something like this, just a very short little stubby head. And from there you could put it in, and it will work in a very low mode. Now speaking of stubby little heads here, this is the universal adapter head that comes, or is a separate accessory that you can purchase. And this right here, this is very similar to the universal ball head that they come with. You can actually swap this with this and attach it to the stock if you wish. For me, I actually think I'm going to be using this head just as is, because the ball head is nice with the stock and having the camera hook on it, so I think I'm going to leave that as it is. But the reason why I picked up this is for accessories such as this Manfrotto fluid ball head. It's got a 3/8 inch screw on top, and you know you could screw that into whatever you need, and then you have the countersunk screws that can tighten and lock that in, so that basically you could use it with whatever accessory that you want. So there's that. And speaking of accessories, with the Peak Design tripod, you can purchase all sorts of other accessories that come with, or that are compatible with this tripod. Namely, there's a handful of different types of feet that you can get. You can get different spiked feet. You can actually remove all these feet and just put a rubberized foot on it, so that it just sits, you know, maximum height as like a foot and a half tall tripod, which is kind of interesting. And you know, there's also other accessories that you can take a look at, and that's available on their website. One of the main features, or the main selling points why I really like this tripod, is the fact that these tripod legs come in 5 segments, and that they are clamp based, not screw based. A lot of travel tripods have those screw-on clamps, and you never know if it's totally clamped down or if it's tight or whatever. With clamps, you know, if they're closed, they're tight. If they're open, they're loose. And I think this is really well designed, because, you know, with one motion, I can unclamp all of these clamps, and just like that, everything is open. You know, give it a good pull, and everything is extended, and just pushing down on all these clamps here, I got everything locked in, and I can deploy this tripod just like that, ready to go. That was very quick, very simple, and just I don't know. The words kind of. I'm at a loss of words, because that Manfrotto tripod that I've got right now, it's a pain to figure out how to unlock it, and it's bulky, and it's a completely different. So a big win for this tripod right here. Now that I've got it all set up here, what you find is that the tripod is pretty stable, and there is a little bit of flex, and as you can see, I'm pushing on it pretty hard here, and I can see it flex, the legs flexing a little bit. These are pretty thin legs. That said, normal tripod usage isn't going to see that kind of flex or that kind of movement. You know, you might have something really heavy on there, but it's not going to be moving. And these rubberized feet are going to be absorbing all of the shocks, or the vibration. So it's kind of one of those set it and forget it things. I think the design is sturdy enough and it's sufficient. So to collapse it back down, again, unlock, open up all these clamps here. And you know, what you'll see is it's really, really quick. It's one of the faster tripod deployments that I have seen, that I've had the pleasure of working with. So just clamp down, and I can slide it back into the bag. So that right there, that was what, 3-4 seconds? And of course I'm sitting here and talking to a camera. I'm sure once you get used to it, it'll be even faster to deploy and have to collapse back down. So there you go. That's basically a quick look at the Peak Design aluminum travel tripod. Again, if this is something that is interesting for you, or you're willing to purchase, or you're ready to buy, I'll make sure to put a couple of links down in the description down below for your convenience, so you can check that out. And you know, if you got any questions, just hit me up in the comments down below and ask away. Now, if you want to see those videos that I teased about, the Jib 1 and the Canon R5, make sure to subscribe, and on your way out, if you can hit that like button, that'd be great. It works wonders on the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, this is Stan. I'll see you guys in the next one.